So we still got Joe McElderry coming up on the show, guys. That's going to come up very, very soon. So don't give up. I'm definitely gonna get him on. It's just going to be after the next couple of songs that we're going to play. Then we're going to speak to the one and only Mr. Joe McElderry. Keep your text messages coming in, guys. Let's just have a look on what's come in here at the studio. We got a lot of them. There we go. So we've got quite a few at the moment. Quite a few text messages come through. So someone said, "Hi Joe, I heard you learnt Unbreak My Heart by watching your YouTube. P.S. You sound amazing." So that's one of the messages that have come through here. What else we got? We got "Evening. I have a question for Joe McElderry. He has a section in his show called Jukebox Joe where the audience members can request songs they'd like him to perform, and if he knows the song, he'll sing it. Joe is a massive Beyonce fan, so if Beyonce had a similar section in her shows, what song would Joe love to hear her perform?" That's a very good question. That's from Sue Rogers, so a big shout out to you here on Penwith Radio. I'm very excited to bring on my next guest. Now, he's a bit of a regular here on Penwith Radio. It's the third time that we've spoken to him. He's absolutely lovely, and he's always got some upcoming projects that we can talk about. Let's say hello to the one and only Joe McElderry. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, very well.
Thank you for coming back on the show. This is your third time here on Penwith Radio.
I know, we've chatted quite a few times.
I know, and everybody loves it when you're on as well. We get amazing feedback. Now, since we last spoke to you in November, I mean, you've been doing loads of different projects, but especially we've got to talk about the Channel 4 show, Jump. I mean, yes. you won the show.
What was I thinking?
I mean, you're always up for a challenge, it would appear.
No, it was great fun. It was a brilliant experience, and I love sports and skiing, obviously. So it was a fun show to be a part of. I did worry though that I was going to break a bone for the 2 hour and not being able to do it. I tried to be as capable as possible.
Now, I mean, when you were approached to do it, I mean, did you think twice, or did you literally just jump at the opportunity?
I said yes straight away, and then when I actually got to the training and realised how dangerous it was going to be, I was like, you're in trouble now. But brilliant experience, and yeah, I'd love to do something like that again. It was great.
So obviously winning must have been an amazing achievement for you.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of all just happened so fast that I didn't really have time to think about it. But the people that were training were for the show and everything, and obviously the Winter Olympics was straight after, so I think there was a lot of excitement around the show. But I mean, I take my hat off to them, the Olympians, because they made us look like Bambi on ice, you know.
Now, we got to talk about your brand new tour, Set Your Soul Alive. Now, how excited are you for this?
I'm really excited. I think we've done about 24 shows already, and it's gone really well. We're having so much fun, just going out on stage every night and just, having a laugh with the audience. And we've had some great audiences turning up at the shows, and it's just been a really great experience.
Now, you're going literally all over the place. You're going to be in Torquay,
yes,
as well. So that's very near us. Now, tell us, this kind of tour, what does it mean for you personally? Would you say this is different to the other tours that you've done before?
Yeah, well, normally when you go on tour, you're kind of promoting an album, or you have to kind of include a lot of a certain album because it's off the back of an album, if you know what I mean. Whereas this tour is literally just just I'm singing what I want to sing. It's a set list of all the albums, and I'm just having fun, basically, and singing what I want to sing.
And obviously, you've been on tour many a times, but would you say is this more of an intimate kind of tour? I mean, are you going to...
I think it's quite a personal tour.
Yeah.
It's it's got a lot of personal songs, and there's some brand new material in there, which obviously people won't never have heard before, unless you've been to a show. And there's just some real different songs, that people have never probably heard me sing before.
I know that a lot of the tour dates are already sold out, and I mean, you're literally going all over the place. Like you said, Torquay, Scunthorpe, you're going to Stockport, Blackpool. So
yeah, I mean, some of the places I've never ever visited before, which is, for me, to have that experience of seeing new fans, visiting new places. It's a real refreshing thing, and it means that you're playing in beautiful venues that you've never seen before. It just feels great.
Now, when you're on tour, and obviously you're doing, for instance, like a live show, I mean, how do you feel at the moment you go out and you get that kind of applause from the crowd and stuff? Does that help you get in the mood and get into the swing of things, having all your fans behind you?
The there's quite a lot of pressure, because there's obviously a lot of dates, and you got to keep your voice in check and keep fit and healthy and not get any bugs or anything. So, like when you start the show every night, you kind of think, oh, here we go. Is it going to go okay? But the audiences have been really warm. We did 3 shows last week around. We were in Wales and Wakefield and Burnley and stuff, and just incredible audiences. And last night we had a lovely audience. We did an acoustic show last night, and then we'll have 2 with the band this weekend, and it's just a load of light and shade throughout the tour. It's been really great.
Now, obviously, you're best loved. We all knew you first of all when you obviously appeared on the X Factor and won the show. And last year you took part in the celebrations of its anniversary. Was it good to go back? Was it like going home in a way? Would you say?
Yeah, it was. It felt a bit strange because I kind of, when I went back and all the camera crew was there, and obviously a lot of the people who I worked with on the show, I went back to how I used to feel on the show.
Yeah.
So I kind of was like, am I really qualified to give some advice here? But yeah, it was nice to kind of just, to be a part of it, and it's been a massive part of my life in such a short space of time. So it's nice to have that experience of going back and kind of rounded it off really nicely, I think.
And another thing, a kind of an impression that I get from you, and I know that a lot of people do get from you, is you're very grounded and very humble. So,
well, I try to be.
But would you say that's why a lot of people love you? Because you are, you don't seem to be a diva whatsoever. You come across very humble, very respected.
Well, I just think that, first of all, I have a really great set of friends and family around us, a great management team, everybody who's very realistic but very supportive at the same time. And they're all brilliant, they're a great set of people around us. But also, we're not saving lives in my job. I'm not a heart surgeon, It's not that important. Do you know what I mean? In the grand scheme of things, music's a brilliant thing, and it's a thing that I'm very passionate about. But there's a lot more serious jobs in the world, and I think if I was to walk around going on like I was saving the world, it would be a bit stupid of me. Do you know what I mean?
No.
I try and remain grounded as possible.
Later on this year, can we expect kind of some new releases from you? Do you have any plans that you can tell us about?
Well, the idea is I'm going to kind of start writing and recording the 5th album after the tour finishes. I'll start it slowly. I'm not going to rush it. I'm just going to take my time, and when the time feels right to release something, I'll definitely put something out there.
Do you get really excited when you know that you've got plans for a new album? Because that's when you can kind of sit down, you can write songs that you probably had in your head for a while, you can put it together. Is it kind of fun?
I do, but I like recording the albums when I'm also working quite a lot, because I feel like if you just lock yourself away in a studio, sometimes you go too much into a little bubble, whereas it's better to kind of be out on the road and still seeing what people are enjoying, and so I get a lot of inspiration being on the tour. I've been doing a little bit of writing on the tour, not a lot, but a little bit. So hopefully there'll be something coming from the back of this tour, like that I've worked on. Yeah.
Well, Joe, once again, it's been an absolute pleasure. People can go and see you on your tour. You're going to be on the 4th of May. You're going to be in Torquay, and tickets are still available, and they can call the box office on 01803 328 385, and tickets are still available for that one. That's the closest to us, so I'm going to try and get there myself so I can see you live, because I've seen so many good...
Yes, you should come see the show. Come see the show.
Definitely. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Pleasure, thank you.
Speak to you soon. Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
Thanks, Joe. Oh, he's so lovely. Thanks for coming on the show there. What an absolute legend. So that's Joe McElderry. And again, thanks for all your questions coming in. I didn't have time to ask all of them, I'm afraid. But thank you all for getting your text coming in today. Has been amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, lovely. Sensational. Here we go. I'm going to play, obviously, because it's my favourite song by Joe McElderry. It's The Climb.
I can almost see it.